Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It has been a while. A lot of things have happened. It always seems like I give a apology or an excuse whenever I record a new video for me not posting for a while, but really was down to a number of things: the new house, being on holiday, just work, family, and my PC just being a load of old crap. I thought I'd fixed it before, and then there was other issues, but now it's actually fixed. I've got it properly set up in my little Harry Potter closet. Couple of videos recording today, but this one just popped up on my feed earlier. This movie trailer for a film called Presence, and the description said that it's from the perspective of a paranormal entity. So I was like, maybe I'll react to that. I know nothing about it other than it's a Steven Soderbergh film, who I always get mixed up with the director of Men in Black, Barry Sonnenfeld, who's done Men in Black and that, and obviously Steven Soderbergh did, the Oceans movies and things like that. So I don't know who else is in this movie. I guess we'll see. But yeah, so let's just jump straight into it and see what it's like. Neon. Oh, very spooky.
What's it like?
So I don't... Is it a...
What's what like?
Found footage, or is it just from the perspective of the ghost or the paranormal entity?
Scary.
It's on its receptor on its head.
And it goes on.
Wide angle lens usage.
Like, the world cracks apart.
A uniquely haunting ghost story.
And you fall into this hole.
So really getting sort of like paranormal activity vibes,
And the sides
but
are mud.
not from security cameras.
You can't get out.
What scariest movies you'll see this year? I would have to wait. It's Lucy Liu. There's someone who's in this film.
And you wonder what it would be like if you were there too.
So it must be the POV of the entity, if you will. So, written by David Coet of Jurassic Park fame. So there we go. Other than, as I said, it popped up on my feed earlier, and a short synopsis, and the director, I had no clue what it was about, who was in it or whatnot, which surprising. There is a couple of big names attached, obviously, and obviously written by the one named David Coet, most famously known for being the unlucky bastard who's eaten in San Diego in The Lost World. But yeah, my opinions on that doesn't really give me anything. It's kind of like, I'm just getting real paranormal activity vibes, but with a moving camera, which, I'm assuming at this point is from the POV of the entity, which is following them around. I could be completely wrong, but I'll watch it. I get a little bit deflated with horror films nowadays because, I'm a big horror buff. I've got Halloween tattoos and all sorts, and the movie Scream, I'm sure I've spoke about it on here before, is what got me into film anyway. But some of these movies recently in the last few years that have been recommended to be like the scariest film or the best horror movie you'll see in a long time, horror films have always done that, but it's just usual schlock. But when you see people absolutely bigging these movies up online as well, you're just like, you watch them, you're like, these are not good at all. I think it was Skinamarink, which I watched. I turned it off after about 45 minutes to an hour in. I was just like, I can't watch this. I'm glad people out there enjoy it, but for me, I was just like, this is absolute toilet tissue. It needs flushing. Another one was that. What was the movie? I watched it with my wife. We started watching it. Was the Substance, and I'd heard good things, some recommendations, and we put it on. And I was just like, this is just. It wasn't even like the gruesome side of it. I was just like, this is just, for me, unwatchable. Give me a man in a mask. Give me, a good haunting movie. Poltergeist or something like that. But that was just a load of old nonsense. But and maybe it's the A24 effect. Everyone's going for that kind of quirky, soulless horror film where everyone's just got that dead look in their eyes, which started with don't get me wrong, A24 have done some good films, but it's the what was the one? Oh, It Follows. Everyone was raving about that, and I just thought it was just boring. These films, like I don't know what it is about them. They just have a feel where it's just bland. It's not engaging. No one is ideally likable in them. And everyone just stands around with that deadpan look, and I find it hard to care about the characters in those movies. What was that other one? Everyone raved about. God, I've completely forgotten the name. The one where in the house and the kid gets, spoiler alert, the kid who's hanging out the car window gets his head knocked off, and then. What was that movie called? A24. I'm going to Google it because it begins with a H. I know that. My mind's just completely gone blank. That's how memorable they are to me. Hereditary. Yeah, that's the one. That's probably one of the better ones, but still, it was just like, I wasn't cheering on any of the characters or anything like that. They weren't appealing as like personalities within the movie. Midsummer, that's another one that was alright, but it wasn't necessarily a horror film. Actually, looking at this list of A24 movies, the best one on this list for me is The Iron Claw, which was awesome, and that's not a horror film. So there you have it. But hopefully I'm wrong about this one, even though it's not A24. By the looks of it, it's a Neon. Is that a studio or? That's how much I've been out the loop on everything. Let's just click on that. Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I hope I'm wrong. I'll watch it. I always watch the films. I always watch the horror films, and if it's no good, I'll turn it off. But hopefully I'm wrong about this one. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.